Good morning. I am going to be talking about something that might be a little bit uncomfortable today. The dreaded H word, hypocrisy. It is flying all over, isn't it? It is alive and well. And I looked up the definition on the computer this morning, and it is defined as the practice of engaging in the same behavior or activity for which one criticizes another, or the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. Guilty. Are you? I took an example of lying. A little lie. What's the harm? If somebody doesn't know exactly what I did for the day, what's the big deal? But a big lie, even bigger than a fish story, a big lie can do irreparable harm to a relationship or to an organization. Stealing. If someone steals a pen from me, probably not a big deal. But if someone steals my identity and hacks into my bank accounts, that's a big deal. Now, life is complicating. And that's typically because not a whole lot of time is spent on the two extremes. It's all of that gray area in between. That gray area where the boundary changes from an acceptable lying or stealing to unacceptable. And it's not a perfect line that's drawn, a perfect boundary that's crossed, because you and I will change that boundary for ourselves compared to someone else. We will try to excuse our own shortfallings while judging someone else for the same thing. We're all guilty of it. As a matter of fact, in today's scripture text that I'm looking at for this coming weekend from Matthew 22, we literally have a coming to Jesus moment. The Pharisees have already decided they want to kill Jesus. They want to be rid of him. He is too much trouble for them. And so they're trying to come up with a plan that validates their behavior, their decision. Can you tell something is already wrong? They aren't talking about punishing someone who's been found guilty. They want to kill someone, and now they're trying to come up with a reason to validate it. And in that process, they test Jesus with questions, and he knows what's going on. He calls them out. You hypocrites! Why are you trying to test me on something that you're already guilty of, that you do yourself? It's easy for us to point out the actions or the words of someone else who's hypocritical. But for the exact same reason, we try to cover up our own hypocrisy. And I challenge you this week, when you find someone being guilty of hypocrisy, either in actions or words, to take a moment and think about yourself. Where have I, too, been guilty of the same thing? I invite you to check in with Ascension Lutheran Church in Paradise Valley, Arizona on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock for our worship service and my sermon that will be titled Black plus White equals Gray. And if you're unable to watch at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, you can always check in with the recording afterwards. It's on the website, it's on YouTube, it is on Facebook. Have a great week. God bless you.